And it's just basically about my whole journey from coming from prison to achieving the world records. And we go into this whole journey I did for this whole net zero environmentally friendly expedition. So we created a board that was made from materials found in the skip. And I did a 5-day expedition around the Isle of Wight to show that you can survive on environmentally equipment and you can have a net zero adventure. Now, all the equipment I had that companies made was fantastic. The board was just horrendous. It was hideous. And I had a few challenges with that board, but it did the job and it got me to the end, even though I had to walk the last 5 kilometres. I won't say too much. I watched the film and then you can learn about it in there. But it presented a lot of challenges. But in my mind, I was expecting 5 days of calm waters and sunshine, and it was far from that. I think it just makes it a more exciting challenge. I like a little bit of jeopardy in these adventures, these challenges. It's great for storytelling, it's great for myself. But off the back of that, I realised that through changing some little habits, you can do so much more to have net zero adventures. So after that, I flew to Iceland to go and set the world record in their longest lake. And to offset my carbon footprint, I had to plant 75 trees. So I decided to get 105 trees. I went to a prison, I planted those inside. I had a chat with the lads inside, and the whole idea was to create this whole green space within a prison for them just to get away and sit in this green space. It helped me when I was inside. The prison can be a really toxic environment, and I went and met them, spent the day with them, we planted the trees. It was just a great experience for me to go back in and give something back, and the lads, I hope the lads enjoyed it, and it was just great to do that.
That's fantastic. And again, planting the seed of adventure and trees inside prison, it's fantastic. What's been your most rewarding paddleboarding challenge or experience? Because Iceland sounds pretty epic, actually. And I think you might have got a touch of frostbite or something.
Yeah, so I got
what I'd seen previously.
First stage frostbite, which is basically called trauma nerve damage. And I didn't get the feeling back in my fingertips for about 5-6 months. But now, anytime it gets cold, it just gets searing pain in my fingers, which is horrible. But to be honest, I think the first 4 lakes was like the biggest achievement because I came up from prison. I think ultimately, I remember when I was in Ballar Lake, that was the biggest achievement because I did it, and there must have been a police conference in town because there was about 20 police officers on the side of the lake having their lunch. And I didn't speak to them or anything, but for me, it was quite symbolic. This is ex-former prisoner going to achieve this with 20 police officers just sitting there. And I remember just looking at them in my mind. I sort of wanted to speak to them, just have a chat and conversation, like, tell them my journey. For me, it was just a great achievement. I've set this task when I was inside. I didn't let anything tell me otherwise that I couldn't do it. I wasn't certain I was going to set 4 world records, but it just sitting on the side of that, the sun was shining, the mountains, like those police officers,
I haven't heard you say that before. That's that's wild. Life can be quite funny at times.